Hi, welcome back to Crux Puzzles. Today we're going to be having a look at bricked. So bricked is a nice wooden puzzle. It's designed and made in the USA by Creative Craft House. It comes with 5 pieces here, these brick pieces in 2-tone wood, and the initial aim is to try and fit them back into this space here in the frame. And once you've managed that, you've got 3 further shapes here that you can try and make, and there's a further 20 shapes laser engraved onto the back of the base here that you can try and make. So there's plenty of challenges here to keep you busy. The initial challenge is not particularly difficult, so I think everybody is probably going to get this with a bit of playing around with it. It's a nice one probably for kind of intermediate puzzlers, beginner to intermediates, because you've got the achievability of getting one. You'll certainly be able to make some of the shapes here. You might struggle with some of the others, but it's a good fun one that is going to give you some satisfaction of achieving, while also being a nice challenge with the different shapes that you've got to try and make. So the brick pieces here, these are quite nicely made. They feel quite solid. They're not too fiddly or small. When some puzzles you find the pieces are really small and difficult to kind of manipulate and play around with, but these ones are a nice size, nice weight, and I like the 2-tone colouring as well. I think that gives it a nice effect. So if you do want to check these out, I'll leave a link in the description down below. We've got these on the website. I'm going to have a look at the solution for the front here, and I'll also try and make these 3 shapes here and see how challenging those are. But if you don't want to see those, I would recommend you stop watching now. If you do want to see those, then we'll have a look at them next. Okay, so let's have a look at the solution for this one here. So as I said, it's not too challenging. I think if you play around with this for long enough, I think everybody will eventually get the solution for this one. But we're going to have a look now anyway. So there's 5 pieces to go in. So we start with the 3 long piece down the bottom. That's the next one. Then the stepped piece. And finally these last 2 pieces in there. So there's only 5 pieces to fit in. There's no particular difficult steps to this one, so it's just a matter of moving the pieces around until you find the correct solution. I think it's quite an attractive piece there. It'll sit quite nicely while you're not using it, and then people can play around with it and try and make the other shapes. So next up, I'm going to try each of these 3 ones and just see how difficult they are, see how challenging they are, if they're any more difficult than the centerpiece here. So let's start with this one. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 high, and we're going to want this one at the bottom. Try that one next. No. Try 4 high. No, I think it's going to be 5 wide. That's that. That. This is looking good. And there's a little bit of a tight fit there. Okay, so there we go. That's the first shape there. So that wasn't too tricky. Relatively easy, just playing around with it a little bit. It doesn't give you any indication here as to how many blocks wide it is. You can obviously tell how many blocks high it is, so you've got some point of reference there. So next up we're going to have a look at this one. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 high on this one. So we want a fairly long bit at the bottom. Perhaps something like that. And no, it doesn't look right. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 high. 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 1 4 wide this time, so we'll try. Don't think that's going to be right. I think it has to be there, I think, because it's stepping in quite a bit here. And then potentially that, and then one more step up, step out there. No, that's not looking right. So you'd have a look at the top piece here, so that would probably have to be either that one or that one. Or that one. And then coming down from there, stretches out quite wide, so it could be that. Could be that. So we need to go something like that. I think that's potentially it. Long, shorter, longer, longer, short. Yep, so I think that's that one there. So it doesn't take too long, and then we'll try this one finally. So the 3 long piece presumably is going to have to be bottom with 5 steps again. So let's go for that. 4, 5. No. No. Is that us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, yeah. There we go. So I think that is the third solution there. So as you can see, each of these designs not taking too long to complete, only a couple of minutes for each one. They're not too tricky, but still a fun one to play around with. I've not attempted the designs on the back yet, so possibly some of those are going to prove a bit trickier, but a fun puzzle for beginners or intermediate people, or someone that just wants a nice multi-step challenge that's a little bit different. So hopefully you liked this video. If you did, why not subscribe to the channel? We've got lots more puzzle videos coming out. But that's it for today. Hopefully see you in the next one.